There we go. I should actually probably post that after the picks and bans. That way we can actually see what these picks and bans, so. I was waiting on them to start, so I was sorry, Zubumafu. I didn't mean to hold on to you for so long, so. Here we go, game number 2. As a vote, I'm actually going to wait on my voting to see, because I really want to know how these teams, what their picks and bans are before we go into the next game. Because if Zubumafu is target banned, if the Rise is banned out, if the Orianna is banned out, if the LeBlanc is banned out, if all those champions are banned out from Zubumafu, then it's really hard to say. Zubumafu is one of the strongest members of Team Samsung Black. Lohala came in really strong on a top lane Rise. We'll see if he can do that with something else if they ban the Rise out, or are they going to counter pick? Another thing about these picks and bans, and now that we're in game 2, is we could see somebody straight up counter picking a who is it that my brain's not freaking out. So Galio. A Galio is what I'm thinking of. A Galio versus a Rise. A straight magic resist champion like that is going to be doing just fine. They could try to Galio in that top lane against the Rise if Lohala decides to pick that. Instead, they're going to be banning a Syndra. I think Zubumafu played a Syndra yesterday in game 2 of the best of 3 against Team Fiorino Pleaserino. So I suppose it's still a ban out against Zubumafu, but that means LeBlanc is still available. Orianna is still available. Rise is still available. So who is so amazing going to ban out for their last ban? 3rd, 4th place matchup, game 2. Oh yeah. Rise is mainly mana. That's true. There's a lot of mana focus on the Rise. If you can kind of mana, there's that LeBlanc pick. But now Zubumafu with the last ban does have the opportunity to ban. Who is a good ban against Team Samsung Cardboard? I honestly would ban out. Well, they already banned out. I was about to say I'd ban out Tristana, but I was about to say ban out the Tristana, but they already banned out the Tristana, so they're already thinking ahead of me. They could ban out the Twitch. Twitch did really well last game, or they could just take some of those classic bans, a Fizz. They banned a Wukong, so they really are target banning a lot of the champions that Samsung Cardboard is feeling comfortable with, forcing them to pick other people. The Wukong, Tristana, and Yasuo. Twitch is still available, and this time Samsung Cardboard gets to first pick. So they could actually pick a Orianna. They could pick... nope, they're going to grab the Lucian. So they're trading around. Lucian, wow. You guys can see right through the background. What is this? What is this? Because the light changes in here so much, I'm going to have to adjust it. Boom, there we go. So that's a little bit better. A little bit. You can kind of see through the hat and the headphones, but that's fine. Don't worry about that. So we did trade a Lucian, so now Samsung Cardboard picking up that Lucian pick. Zubumafu back on the Orianna. Yes! And Lohala as well on the Rise. So who are they going to take against now? This Orianna and Rise. Varsity Ken running through a couple different options here, trying to figure out who to take against the Rise. There's a number of different things that can harass the Rise down and kind of push him out of lane. You really want to expand his mana, make him expend his mana. But that was a scary, scary Rise. This team so far is looking really strong for Team Samsung Black, as they're getting a lot of the champions that they're really familiar with. However, it may be a Lulu pick once again. Varsity Ken grabbing her, whether for support in that bottom lane, Amy X Angel going with Lulu, or a top lane Lulu. I have seen a top lane Lulu against a Rise. It happened, I believe, earlier this year in the summer split for the American LCS, and just did an amazing job. She has such great ranged poke, as well as that shield can deal a little bit with Rise damage up there. And no, it's actually not. So that's going to be... It might be a Lulu mid lane with a Jax in the top lane. So a Jax versus Rise. What a lineup. Honestly, I would give it over to the Rise on that one because he has such range. I know that Jax has great damage that he can do, and especially with his ult, he negates a lot of damage from that Rise ultimate. However, will it be enough is my question. Will it be enough? Randy797 back on the Kazakhs. I think everyone on Samsung Black is playing the same champions that they played last time. They're going to have to pick a little bit different for Zubumafu on the Orianna, played yesterday, so still going to be comfortable on her. However, Joe Mama not able to play the Lucian, instead going to have to pick somebody else. So we'll see which AD they decide to switch to. Ash to Malphite 69, I'm hovering over this Jarvan the fourth. Nope. May switch. Show us some Lee Sin. Get us some Lee kicks. Yeah, the blind mock coming in. Thank you, Vash the Hunter, for following. Appreciate it. Glad to have you join us. Amy X Angel as well, going to be grabbing the Draven. Probably trading it for to Varsity Ken. As you can see there, the heal flash versus that flash exhaust. Whoa, 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 whoa. So what is... That's a top lane Jax, a Lulu Lucian bottom lane, and a mid lane Draven. If we see a mid lane Draven or a mid lane Lucian, that's a mid lane Lucian. So amazing, has played an incredible job on a lot of these ADs so far this game. So I feel that it's going to be Varsity Ken in the mid lane with the Draven, but we'll see. That's so hard to say. I really honestly like. What do you guys think? Is it going to be a Draven mid lane or a Lucian mid lane? And which one would be the better champion to send to the mid lane? So, I don't really know. Oh, I had the poll already set up. They weren't finished with the picks and bans yet. I was getting there. Vote. Oops, somebody else posted. Oh, okay. Nowers 43. So you have now cast your vote for Team Black. Yeah, boy. Joe Mama 1199 picking up a Varus. So a lot of new 80s coming out here. The Varus, the Draven. That's a mid lane Lucian lined up against the Orianna. I'm excited to see this game. We also have an Ashton Malphite 69 on this Lee Sin. So it'll be a Lee Sin versus Kha'Zix. From what I've seen, Lee Sin does really well against a Kha'Zix, especially if he can get some early lane or early grabs, some early invades and stuff. So legit Ghost calling a Lucian mid. We'll see if it happens. I gotta say, Samsung Cardboard is pulling out some desperate moves here, but I'm really excited for it. Sometimes desperate moves pay off, and that's what we want to watch. So, gonna run through every one of the champions really fast here. So amazing on this Lucian pick. Varsity Ken Lucian mid lane. Varsity Ken with this Draven bottom lane ADC role. Smooch Bear in the top lane Jax. Ashton Malphite 69 on the Lee Sin in the jungle. And Amy X Angel, the support Lulu bottom lane for Team Samsung Cardboard. For Samsung Black, we've got Zaboomfu on the mid lane Orianna. Lolhala on the Rise in the top lane. Asherite on that Leona in support. And Randy 797 in the jungle on the Kha'Zix. Joe Mama 1199, last but not least, on the Varus in the bottom lane ADC. Now, I'm going to let you guys discuss for a little bit. Give my voice a little bit of the break. I casted 8 games yesterday and going into now my 10th game, or my second game today with a total of 10 games in 2 days. So I'm going to give my voice a little bit of break in these next 2 minutes and let you guys discuss which team do you think will win this game. It could be game 2 over to Samsung Black, finishing us off and going into the finals then, or it could be Samsung Cardboard coming back. I gotta vote here really fast. Did I lose my own link? There we go, straw poll. 5 votes for Samsung Black. Whew. A lot of pressure, Samsung Black. A lot of pressure. Can you do it? Can you do it? Vash the Hunter, vote 1. You gotta put a space there, buddy. The space is very important, bro. There we go. Vash the Hunter throwing out that vote. Oh, we got to switch over. Samsung Cardboard versus Samsung Black. Here we go. I love this casting, says Balvin. Thank you for that. Appreciate it a lot. So Darth Vin as well, throwing his vote out. Devil's Binge. Devil's Binge. I think I saw you yesterday. Weren't you in a game yesterday? It was like Devil's Binge, but instead Devil's Binge. Binge. Something like that. Hired Gun Lucian. So amazing with that Lucian pick. Very cool. As usual, Hired Gun Lucian. Not surprising to see there. Soul Reaver Draven. The mighty #1 hits you with a hockey stick, Jax. Going to be dominating in that top lane. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Pool Party Lee Sin and the Lulu. No skin Lulu. Why you gotta ruin the trend? It was like a 4 5. Almost. So close. Rise, no skin there, but Iron Solari, Leona, and Arclight, Varus, great skin there as well. Skins do not guarantee wins, but they show that you've got skill, and if you got skill, you got skins, and if you got skins, you got wins. So maybe, we'll see. Blue team winning so far that skin war, but is that going to be enough for them to actually come through and win it in the end? Samsung Cardboard's going to have to play hard and play fast to be able to take this game, because if it gets to late game, Rise, Kha'Zix, Leona, Orianna late game, scary, scary, scary. Do not want to face that. So they're going to have to finish fast, finish furious, grab a lot of towers real quick without making any mistakes. And I'm just kind of covering my computer back up because I realized that its side was off. I was having a little bit of computer issues earlier today, but we fixed it all. And that's why we're casting, getting ready to do so. The poll is still open for people. It'll be open until the game does get underway. So energetic casters are fun. That's what I do. That's what I do. So Lulu and Rise have no skins. We are going to have to wait a minute for Zabumafu to get into the game, as he usually ends up DCing for multitudes of reasons. It's kind of his thing, you know. It's like, I'm just going to DC at the beginning of every game. But Samsung Black and Blue now, Samsung Cardboard. So while we do that, we're going to jump over to looking at the... that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for... Here we go. This is what we're looking for. Oh, we're going to pull this back a little bit so that you guys can see a little better. There we go. Samsung Cardboard and Samsung Black, as we're watching right now, for the 3rd and 4th place matchup. And then follow after this is going to be Nothing Fancy versus Team Feederino, Please Areno. So that is going to be the finals. So finals coming up after this game right now. We are playing into the 2nd match of this a best of 3rd game. So we got to give one win over to Samsung Black, who did well in that first game. We'll see if they can keep it up in this game as well. As we now get into the game. Whoop, there we go. Got to hold everything. Oh, when you see all 5 members of a team rolling out there, both these teams are looking for an engage. When you see all 5 members running like this, you know that they're looking for an invade. They're looking for do some early kills. And that is what we love to see. Which team will actually be able to get these kills? It's going to be Lee Sin in the jungle, Orianna in the mid lane, Rise in that top lane. There we go. That's what I meant. Jackson in the top lane. So red team starting us off here, collecting around. Creeps! XXXXXXX. So anyway, look at this. They're lined up. They're lined up back and forth across here. Red team collected here right in this bush. Neither team has vision of the other team. So red team, no vision on blue. Blue team, no vision on red. It would be amazing if both teams actually crisscrossed and went in opposite directions and hit up the other person's. So it looks like red team didn't see any blue team's members come through there. So though they're gonna do a full invade here. They're looking for that blue buff start. They're waiting in that bush, didn't find anyone there, and now headed to this bush here. That Rise has that early game snare, and that's what he's looking for. Leona with also some good power. However, if they come through here, there is a full 5-man blue team ready and waiting for them. Red team, they didn't find anyone. They're like, where the heck are blue team? Blue team could be up here as well as right around the red buff, giving Elise a red buff start, which is a very classic thing. So they are going to be taking that blue buff away from Lee Sin. But if they get the right engage the blue team wants on this buff here, there's the ping. Are they going to give blue buff over to Orianna? Why are they red team thinking? Oh, blue team coming in here. There's all 5 of them. Varus throws out a little bit of a Q, didn't land. Didn't get any damage, so they are just going to take a blue buff trade for a blue buff trade. However, red team's in a better position to split apart unless there's that teleport from Jax headed already towards that top lane. So the junglers, I was hoping for some early kills, man. Hoping for some early kills. In that bottom lane, it looks like it may be a level 2 gank. Lulu's down here as well. What are they? Is it a 3-man push in this bottom lane? I think they were a little bit confused on which AD they have, or Lucian was hoping to start off down there. I'm not even sure at the moment, but Orianna getting a little bit of free farm in the mid lane. Oh, so I got, yeah, trade Draven for Lucian. So that's Draven in the bottom lane, Lucian in the mid lane. He's at 2 farm, so he's going to get a little bit of a damage. Orianna just trying to push him out of lane. We'll see how well he does. So 5 Mia, better not check that one bush. I know, it's so scary. It's so scary. So, hey, Coolio, what's up? So, Shotgun Sona, too strong. So, too strong indeed. 3v2 bot. I wish, but it is going to be a Lucian in the mid lane trying some desperate plays to make sure that they can hold this mid lane. And double AD's late game is actually very scary. If they lose one, they still have a second person who does so much damage in the for the team as well. So really looking to have a lot of that damage. Now, Leona is a great champion for building that armor. She's going to jump in onto Draven. Varsity Ken taking a little bit of damage. He's going to turn it on to Varus. Will it be enough? Uses the heal. Varus down to very low health. However, so is this Darius. One more shot. The flash from Varus. He flashes. He lives. First blood over to Lulu. And now Leona going to jump in. Is going to get the kill. Support kill. The support kill. Amy X Angel getting first blood. And Asherite grabbing up the second kill on that Lucian. So support for support. They both got kills. Feed the supports. Lucian pushing. He's got the flash. Dashes away from the tower. That ignite. Burning one more auto attack I think would have taken down the Orianna in the mid lane, but she flashed just in time to live through that. Wow, so much farm in that top lane. Jax being pushed out hard by this Ryze early game. Can he get the farm that he needs up there? He's already down by about 10 farm and just having a rough time in that top lane. However, his mid lane is doing really well. Honestly, that's amazing. So, because they only have 3 bans. So, yeah, I don't know why they banned Ahri and Syndra. Now, Syndra was played. Zabufu did play Syndra back in the game 2 of yesterday's match against Fiorino Pleaserino. However, he's played like 3 games with Orianna and 2 games with LeBlanc. So I don't see why they wouldn't ban those champions over the Ahri and the... I'm sorry, the Ahri and Syndra. But hey, maybe if they got really scared, they could. So they could. No one can 1v1 Machine Gun Lulu. Machine Gun Lulu too strong. That's what people usually do in that plane, Machine Gun Lulu. I tried it once. I wasn't very successful at it, but maybe I'll be better next time. Jack's getting a lot of damage onto Ryze, but he's going to take damage back. Ryze just continuing to munch up on these total rejuvenation biscuits. He's going to munch on those and heal himself back up. Jack's at 14 farm to Ryze's 23. And goodness gracious, I hit something on my neck that's hurting like heck. Asherite in that bottom lane looking for an opportunity to re-engage. Both these supports, no, Leona has not backed out yet. Lulu did back, so she got the Sight Stone as well as a lot of extra wards and the Rejuvenation Biscuit. She's got the start of that Spell Thief's Edge building into that Frost Queen's Claim. Trying to get a little bit of a damage onto Varus. Is going to hit Leona instead. Amex Angel played an acceptable Lulu last game, and now playing once again, trying to show that they are not out of the game just yet. Honestly, I'm most excited about this mid-lane lineup, but here comes Lee Sin. Ash to Malphite coming in, just going to take the stun from that Leona. Was really looking for an opportunity to land. That amazing Asherite doing a great block. Literally, if you watch that, we're going to back this once again. I actually do want to point this out here. So, a little bit of a lesson here. Lesson moment for you guys. So, they're looking for this Varus. He has a perfect opportunity for a Sonic Wave to Q right onto Varus there. However, the Leona stun, and now look how she just steps in between, constantly walking back and forth, making sure that Lee Sin doesn't have an opportunity to throw a Q there to land on Varus. That is what you do as support and why it's so critical. And one of the reasons why I main support is those small things make a huge difference. Leona not jumping straight to Lee Sin, instead just stunning him and then standing between him and that Varus played an incredible job. So huge there from Asherite. It's a small thing, but that's a huge difference between your ADC being dead and your ADC being alive. Now Ash to Malphite walked all the way around. He's in that bottom lane bush looking for another opportunity to engage. If the Lulu gets a good slow or something, they could go in on it. Lee Sin still hanging around, or if red team burns the time here, they could just wait it out. So Draven pushing a little bit strong. He does a lot of damage early game, and that's why the lane is pushed so hard. Lee Sin decides he is just burning time and is going to back off. So Orianna was nasty too. Oh, Orianna he was so good. Zaboomif was amazing on this Orianna. Cannot wait to watch it late game. Lil Hollow getting a little bit of damage. Smooch Bear gonna need to back off. He's already used his jump, running in circles around the minions. Will it be enough? Jumping onto Rise. Oh, he's trying to get the last bit of damage. Takes a little bit of a tower, just about takes some tower shots. However, that is going to be Rise picking up a kill in that top lane off of him. Kozix just walked around behind and said, hey, I'll take a little bit of an assist there with one claw on your back, and Rise can have the kill, so that's fine. So yeah, I'm just kind of amazed that Zaboomif got this Orianna. It may be game over in that sense that Samsung Black is really comfortable on a lot of these champions. However, Joe Mama, if he can get punished hard enough in that bottom lane with this Varus pick, which is a little bit different, he went with Lucian almost every game, now playing something a little bit different, could be enough. However, mid lane, this Lucian's not doing too badly against Orianna. 54 farm to 50. Both of these did hit level 6, so we'll see how So Amazing does against this Orianna if they have somebody that can match this Orianna power. So this game is for third place. Thank you, Tigers, for continuing to update and let people know what's going on. We are at the almost 8 minute mark here. 10k gold between both of these teams. Still pretty even, despite red team having a little bit of a lead. No huge items just yet. Rise did back and get his Tear of the Goddess, looking for that Catalyst of the Protector. Wasn't able to quite finish it off with his last back. However, still doing well. 15 farm above the Jax. Jax late game, though, is very scary. Just leaping in, getting a little bit of damage onto Lil Hollow will be enough. Now absorbing a tower shot down to about half health here. Lil Hollow has used the ultimate, so has a little bit of burst, and now is slowed as well. Smooch Bear getting snared once again. Gonna try to get in melee form using the ult just to walk away. Will it be enough? He can suck up a lot of damage. He flashes to live. The dash from Lucian in onto Orianna. She's just going to back off. I mean, he's just going to back off. Kozik's coming around from the sidelines. He was like, whoa, maybe I don't want to do that. So, Asher Malphite grabbing up red buff. Can he use these buffs to an advantage? Varus throwing a little bit of a laugh there. Ha 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 ha. First place gets fame and honor. Honor. You know that cheer that Draven gets in that Gladiator Draven skin when he gets a kill? Yeah, that's the cheer that you get if you get into first place. Everywhere that you walk, once you win first place, you just hear this behind you, cheering you on. It's pretty fantastic. So, oh, go blue team. We got somebody supporting Team Samsung Cardboard. X Creeper, XXX Creepers, XXXX. Your name is crazy, man. Coming in here. Oh, Leona almost with the engage, but nice dodge from Varsity Ken. He's just going to continue to poke her damage. Ooh, losing a little bit of health, healing up just a hair off of this Relic Shield. So, Downtown Brown Cow, Noun 6. Thank you for the follow. Glad to have you as well. Results, Black, 9 votes. Cardboard, 4 votes. So, we'll see which of these teams can really make it. A lot of people are voting for Team Black. However, we've seen a lot of turnarounds. Hey there, Downtown Brown. Thank you for the follow. Downtown Brown. This was a crazy name. We saw the turnaround in yesterday's games. Team Finarino versus Pleaserino actually lost heavily in the first game that they were in, and then came back in the second game and did super well, won it, and moved into a third game and won that one as well. Came back, the dream was alive, and they made it into finals. So it is still possible for Samsung Cardboard, no matter how down they are in a game, to be able to come back. Oh, Ash Malphite trying to be fancy and get Kozik's blue. Going to use this Dragon's Rage kick to do a little bit of damage. In the bottom lane, Draven with some excellent damage onto Varus isn't enough. Lulu using a nice exhaust on Leona, trying to keep her from engaging, but now Kozix is going to be there. There's the exhaust back. AMX Angel running away. Orianna here to help out. Has that shield on Kozix, putting that shield in a good position. Will get close enough. Oh, AMX Angel solo health, but a nice wow, oh my gosh, I completely once again forgot that Orianna ultimate. It's actually going to pull Lulu in and finish her off. Ashton Malphite helping get the kill on Leona, picking up that one. So amazing coming in from the mid lane. So now the rest of blue team turning around. They did show up here. Oh, that Lee Sin taking a little bit of damage. So amazing gets a good bit of damage onto Jomama on the Varus. Not quite enough to grab a kill, but enough to cause red team to back off. So engage is back and forth here. I'm actually going to jump back to this Orianna just to see Shockwave. That's right, Command Shockwave is the name of it. And we're going to let directed camera mode take back over there. But The shockwave from Orianna, she was holding off on that as long as possible, waiting until everyone got together, and then used it, which actually pulled Draven in as well, but didn't get the kill as he flashed shortly afterwards, so he lived. But it was a beautiful job from Orianna hanging on to that. This Abumafu is something to be reckoned with on that Orianna. So if you see him in future tournaments, ban the Orianna. Ban the Orianna. So that map awareness. Gotta keep vision. Oh, Smooch Bear, low health. Ryze could decide to fully engage on it. He's trying to get these minions underneath the tower. May decide to tank the tower enough to finish off the Jax. However, one Jax stun, he could be dead. If Jax gets the right time stun, Lee Sin headed towards the top lane. Will he get here in time? That is the question. He is just bum rushing it straight up here. Coming in from the side. Jax waiting just on the side. There's that Lee Sin jumping in easily. Oh, and Sonic Wave resonating strike. There's Jax going ahead and using the ultimate to grab a little extra shield. Try to get the stun down. Asher Malphite now in a little bit of a tight spot. Lohala back and forth between these two. Lohala very low health, but going to force Asher Malphite to back off from that one. Jax as well, not interested in fighting, just going to back on top of that. The range damage that Ryze has enough to force both of these people, Jax and Lee Sin, back. Oh, they're pinging to go back in onto Ryze. There's that ward they saw him just put down there, so Lee Sin going to have to come from the back line. Will it be enough? There is a fancy move that Lee Sin can do. He can put his shield on a minion and then follow up with that to get right next to the enemy team. There's pings back and forth. Red team actually pinging, saying, hey, Kha'Zix, come up here. I believe that we've got the jungler still sticking around, but Kha'Zix putting a ward in that bush just to make sure that there's some extra vision. In the bottom lane, these two ADs going head-to-head still. 82 farm to 89 farm. Neither one of them really that far ahead. Look at that, both of them. Oh, so many people. Okay, so BF Sword, double Dorans. BF Sword, double Dorans. BF Sword, double Dorans. In the bot lane, we got a perfect matchup between the wards, or the boots as well. It is only a pink ward on Virus' side. It's a slight advantage there. However, traded that out for potions. Nice little bit of damage. We're going to find Kha'Zix, though, in the jungle. Going to just leap to the side. Orianna putting a shield on him just to keep him alive. Keep his health up. However, he's going to come back around. He does have that ward down, so he's got at least some vision. Not enough to try to steal blue buff away. They did give it over to Lucian, so he can spam a lot of his abilities. But he is going straight AD. He's got a lot of damage to farm in that mid lane. And has a lot of farm, too. 123 farm. When you're in the mid lane, you can just farm as much as you like. So, gonna dash forward onto the Zubumafu. Uses the shield, trying to keep herself up there. This mid lane play back and forth is just so amazing to watch. So amazing. Doesn't want to be under the ball when Orianna, look at her trying to use it to block him off from getting some of these minions. He may soak up the damage just to get a little bit of lifesteal back, instead just going to farm up from distance. That's the one thing that an Orianna can do amazingly well is zone. Keep somebody away. She can just kind of bounce the ball back and forth, keeping the enemy from getting close. And if they do, she can use that extra little bit to do some damage. There's the ult from Draven. Will it be enough? Varus backing off from that one. Lohala going into the bottom lane, but here's the Jax follow-up as well. Can he get the stun? He doesn't get the stun, but the flash Q to finish him off. A nice wild growth on Draven keeps him up for the moment. Varus is still sticking around, but very, very low health. Leona using the Eclipse to stun Varus Kennedy for the moment, and the shockwave from Orianna. That's going to finish off Draven. Can't deal with that damage. Finally, Lucian showing up here as well. Lee Sin on top of it too. Asherite getting a little bit of damage on both of them. There's a stun at least onto Leona. The flash from Orianna keeping himself up for the moment. Lee Sin not really wanting to follow on that Sonic Wave, but was there to help out as well. Blue team could look at pushing this tower or going for Dragon. Leona just off to the side with about full help there. Kha'Zix as well, hanging out in the jungle, looking for an opportunity to jump in. Once he gets some of those resets, it's going to be really, really scary. Blue team decides they're going to do no thing. Neither of those, and just back off. Lucian headed back towards that mid lane just to continue farming. 138 farms, slowly beating out Orianna's farm, which is actually an amazing thing to do, especially as a mid lane Lucian. So Lucian mid must carry. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Ryze tried to be fancy and teleport in. Oh, Lucian playing it hard in that mid lane, just dodging a lot of that CC, saying, nah, I'm not interested in taking any of that. You guys can just keep it to yourselves. Red team is starting this dragon. They do have that pink ward there, so they can clear that blue team's vision if they put it down. There's a ward off in that corner. So two wards. Back and forth. Lucian's got a work cut out for her. Are they going to try to steal this dragon? Looks like they are. Lisa's got it ready, but no. Kha'Zix gets the smite steal. However, that could be some kills. Lucian not with the culling. Only got about half of it onto the enemy team. Going to dash in, get a little bit of damage. Nice job hitting one person. However, the snare from Varus stopping the rest of blue team's engage. And now they're looking at splitting, headed towards the bottom lane and towards that mid lane. Lulu clearing the pink wards and may as well get some free gold off of this one as the rest of blue team heads towards the bottom lane tower. Varus is so full. He's the snipe. Ashton Malphite going down. The snipe from Varus strong enough. And finally, blue team is able to hit this tower. Jax with a lot of damage. No, he's going to turn around to Varus. There's the ult from Draven as well. Varsity Ken picking up that one. And now they turn to the tower. Oh, they can see this Ryze headed down here. He's got the speed boost from his ult as well, so they're going to back off. But instead, trade it for the damage on the mid lane. With Ryze having to back off from that mid lane, it's going to be Lucian just picking up a little bit extra damage. Orianna now trying to get some of this farm. 137 farm. Has the Morello's... Morellonomicon. I can never get that name. Morellonomicon. I feel like a kid. And the Seeker's Arm Guard. So building towards that Zanya. It's not quite there just yet. But has a lot of mana regen as well as ability power. Sorry, I was letting directed camera take over. So a little bit back and forth between these two teams. 5-5. This game is so crazy. Still even. Red team with just a little bit of extra gold above blue team. But that's not gonna can change any moment. There's Lucian double potions. Oh, yeah. You know, Lucian needs his double potions. Oh, he's sticking around. He's sticking around. He was going to back, so more Locomicon. So the Orianna ult finishing off so amazing. I completely missed that, but the burst from Orianna is so strong. Just going to take him off, and now Ashton Malphite going down. Double kill over to Sabumafu. We're actually going to back that up so I can see what happened there, but what an incredible play. Whoop, got to back up just a hair, but a second longer, so let the game catch up here. Alright, so Lucian doesn't back in that mid lane. My nose is so itchy. It was itchy yesterday. It's itchy today. There we go. So Orianna sees an opportunity, shields herself, sends it right back to him. Okay, so Orianna with tons of damage, able to finish off that Lucian. That's what I just missed. She just straight up did a whole bunch of damage, and Lucian had nothing to say about that. Going down, double kill over to Zabumafu, and now red team headed towards this mid lane tower. They may be able to get it with this minion wave, as well as the help of Kha'Zix and Leona. Yeah, blue team very slow to respond. No one headed towards that mid lane to try to stop them, so they're just going to keep pushing. Grabbed one turret, the second turret of the game. They grabbed the first one in that top lane, and now they've got that mid lane turret. Orianna continue. Whoop, my mouse is all over that map. Sorry, guys. Orianna gonna get a little bit of damage on this mid lane tower as well. Lisa and Lucian finally headed out. Blue team just trying to stick around down here and continue to farm. Draven at 109 farm with the Varus at 110 farm. So very even across the board down here between these two 80s and supports, but red team putting down a pink ward there, so they're going to have a little bit of extended vision. However, they just put that pink ward there, so if somebody sees it pretty quickly, they're going to be able to clear it with no problem. Jax coming towards that mid lane just to farm up. Ryze meeting him there, saying, hey, I'm here too. Going to hang out. The power of the Orianna shockwave, just too strong. Nice Varus ward over the wall. Lol, hola. Backing off from that one, so Zabumafu too strong indeed. Morello the Rioter Nomicon. Okay, Morello Nomicon. I'll try to remember that. Morello Nomicon. I just usually call it Morello. Morello Nomicon. Blue team poking those wards. They did get that pink ward down there, so that is gone, but there's an extra ward in there as well, so they got some vision on that one. 3k gold in the lead. Red team slowly expanding little by little, 20 minutes in. Blue team not ready to give up yet. Samsung Cardboard not out of it just yet. They're still kind of hanging in there. They tried some desperate plays with this Lucian in the mid lane, and may still come back to do well for them. Look at the damage of Draven in that bottom lane, chunking with 2 axes. Varus down to half health there. Joe Mama, 1199, taking a lot of pain from that one. So Draven late game will be a very, very scary thing. So the map is open now. Yes, it is. Everyone can see it. I'm good, Dar, thanks. So Smooch Bear jumping in, has some tanks, and now he's not going to take quite as much damage from that Lucian, or from that Rise. Can Orianna do the same play she did before? She's got a lot of damage, but he's got a little bit of, oh my gosh, second time Lucian outplayed in the mid lane. Orianna just back and forth. The damage and the ultimate, it was almost like a repeat of last time. She used the ball to shield herself, followed by a ball on him with that Q, followed by the ultimate and a last ignite to finish him off. So Lee Sin Dragon Rage kicking to the Kazakhs, went underneath the tower for one shot before backing off. So Randy 797 grabbing up that kill with a little bit of help from Zubumafu. Always nice to have that. There's the ult from Draven. Will it land? It doesn't look like it hit anybody. Whoop, missed that. Yeah, it just kind of rolled right up there and back. So before heading back to him in that bottom lane, Varsity Kennedy taking a little bit of damage. Look, one axe! Holy cow. One axe on Varus. His second axe would be enough, but I think he actually, yeah, he just used his flash to stay alive in that bottom lane. You couldn't really see there. In that top lane, Smooch Bear flashing to stay alive himself. Back and forth between these two teams. So one axe from that Draven is super scary. It cut Varus's health in half, which is just amazing. So with an early Infinity Edge, look at triple Infinity Edges here between these two teams. If we see a Berserker's Graves on this Lucian, I'm going to laugh really hard. He did decide to go for the Brutalizer instead, go for a little bit of extra damage. It helped him, I think, in game 1 of yesterday, but not being super helpful today. So Mason grabbing up red buff, see if that'll help him out again. Orianna in the mid lane. He really needs to build a little bit tank, or a little bit at least a magic resist. Just build something to deal with Orianna's magic resist, because no one on blue team really yet can deal with that Orianna. No one really has the health to be able to just straight tank it. Only Jax may be able to absorb a little bit of damage with his ultimate. That's if his ultimate's running. There's that teleport from Jax. This could be really bad. Lee Sin going to jump in on the dragon. Blue team ready and waiting for this fight. Draven going to start with a little bit of slow there. Not going to land on anyone. Lol Hola taking damage back and forth between So and Mason. The culling going out and really missing. Varsity Ken now backing off. Leona trying to stick to them. However, Amy Angel with the flash wild growth trying to keep herself alive. Too many slows though. She's got a nice slow across all 4 members of red team. Is going to be able to go down though. Varsity Ken throwing those axes, trying to keep himself up. So Kazakh's just going ahead and upgrade it there. There's the solar eclipse from Leona. She is going to get knocked to the side though. Varsity Ken, so much damage. One more axe might be enough. Not quite. She used the face of the mountain on herself. She's going to get in and get a stun. Is that enough? Varus has a lot of damage himself. 1 or 2 more auto attacks. He could just Q to finish it off. Joe Mama dodging the Q. However, the auto attacks from Varus too strong and does get the kill on that one, as the red team now progresses and gets this dragon as well. So a good attempt from blue team at stopping this dragon and getting some kills. They stopped the dragon for a moment, but then too many died, and red team still got the dragon. So I feel like non-Koreans shouldn't play Lee Sin. You have to have your eyes look like this to be able to play the Lee Sin. Or you have to blindfold yourself. If you blindfold yourself, then you can play Lee Sin, because that's how it works. So, or you just lose. You have to make plays when you're behind, right? And that is what blue team's trying to do, is they tried to make a play there. It wasn't very successful. They didn't have the peel for Draven that they need. Draven honestly doesn't have a whole lot of peel to be able to do that. So Draven would have been fine. I didn't think Leona was all of that amazing. He would have been fine if he had just backed off, but he got really greedy. He thought he had enough damage to take out Leona, and then he thought he had enough damage to take out the Varus. And when he got that greedy, he just went down. And you can't do that. You can't be back and forth on this. So just watching the tourney. Serenity Pro, what's up? What's up? So I like that. Not much. I'm just watching this tournament. Yes, that's cool. That's all I'm doing. Just hanging out here. Well, how about you guys? 6K gold in the lead. Red team continuing to press in hard. Blue team going to be able to get this bottom lane turret, I think, with no problem. Yep, they grabbed that one. However, that is the first turret that they picked up, and red team is still very much in the lead. Lee Sin with that Sonic Wave ready to jump in, but they may be giving this tower over to red team. Lucian trying to get some damage. Will it be enough, though? Lee Sin may not. Okay, I wonder if some of these Lee Sins wait until the last second on that Sonic Wave to follow, but they didn't. These 280s back and forth in the bottom lane. Joe Mama 1199, 3, 2, and 1. Draven with a little bit of the opposite score, 1, 3, and 4. back and forth down there in that bottom lane, just continuing to farm up. Lucian, however, in that mid lane AD, 227 farm to the 215 farm on the Orianna. But she has a finished Zhonya's now, which is a very scary thing, because just when you think you've got this Orianna dead, she's going to Zhonya's and come back. So GG, Samsung Cardboard has an AD composition. As long as you build some armor against an AD comp, you're going to be having a fine game. And that, at the moment, is what Red Team just needs to do. They've got the Ryze, who's got that Frozen Heart, so he's got armor for everyone. As well as there's the Giant's Belt from Leona, probably building into a Sunfire kit with some extra armor. She did want to finish that Face of the Mountain first, and that's what she did. Has the Sight Stone as well, continuing to put down those wards, and Boots of Mobility, so she can get to the team fight when she needs to be there. Varus backing off from that bottom lane as Lulu showing up to help out Leona in that mid lane, just trying to make sure that the team continues to push in. Ryze pushing in heavily in that top lane, so all sides really pushing in, but now Varus joining in the mid lane. Will they be able to get this tower? It is very low health, so they could poke it. However, blue team could try to do a desperate engage underneath the tower. If Jack's got some nice stuns locking people underneath the tower, it could be a couple of deaths for Red Team. However, they're playing it safe, letting the minions push forward, harassing a little bit here, harassing a little bit there. But Blue Team has some really nice wave clear. Between Lucian's Q and Lulu's Glitter Lance, they're going to be doing a lot of damage to these waves as they come in. Lee Sin trying to back. Will he be able to recall? There's that poke from Varus. Isn't enough, and they do take down the tower. Randy 797 picking up that one, so 5 kills to 11. Now 4th tower over to Red Team. Smooch Bear just trying to clear this minion wave. 3v3 at the moment in the mid lane. However, Leona and Varus making their way towards that top lane tower. It's not down just yet. Amy X Angel trying to get a little bit of damage onto Joe Mama. Not quite there. Ryze should be able to get this top lane turret without too much difficulty as the rest of Red Team progresses towards this mid lane. Orianna continuing to move that ball back and forth, getting a little bit of damage, helping the minion wave out, pushing that. Lucian just clearing wave after wave. Does have his calling up. He's waiting for a team fight to be able to use on the right person, and it will hurt them a lot when he does. However, so far the last like 3 times that he's engaged, he's been instantly nuked by Orianna's damage and just hasn't had anything to respond for it. So yeah, they're not going to win the Vision War. Yeah. We've got Sightstone finished on Leona, 4 sweeping lenses as well, and Varus with a Vision Ward on top of it. So blue team has 2 Sightstones, but a lot of wards still hanging around. There's a two-man ultimate on Lulu as well. However, red team slowly going out there. The calling from Lucian finishing off Varus, and now Jax jumping in, flashing back and forth. Ryze grabbing up the kill on Leekson, but the only one to be going down. Lulu went down as well. Double kill. Ryze just finished her off as he's trying to back off. No, he's going to turn around, come back, and looking for some extra kills. So Kha'Zix and Ryze, the only 2 up. Blue team with a nice heavy engage, looking for a push now. They don't have the minion wave behind them. They lost that top lane turret slowly to the minions, and now they're looking at clearing this wave and pushing in, at least getting 1 tower off of this. May be able to get 2 if Ryze and Kha'Zix can get there in time to defend it. So here comes Ryze. Kha'Zix here as well, helping out. So the snare onto So Amazing, but blue team just going to take their 1 turret that they got off of that fight and back off. Dragon will be up in about 40 seconds. However, I think red team's going to be able to be there a little bit faster. They do have that timer reset on that since they did clear it last time. I think that's the first dragon of the game over to red team, and blue team though did have a little bit of vision I think when that happened. So yeah, the game's not over just yet. Inhib turrets are still up as well, but we've seen some amazing comebacks. We saw a game yesterday between who was it between? That somebody just had a inhibitor only in the mid lane, and they held on for 40 minutes and still came back and finished the game. It was an amazing finish by the whatever team it was, I can't remember. But you guys, if you wanted to see, if you missed yesterday's games, go and check them out. My YouTube channel is over there. You can check out all of those games on YouTube and see what you missed, as well as if you want to discuss some of these plays with the players themselves. All of them are a part of 1ShotGG, so you can go on to the forum and be able to check out the forum as well. It is hosted by 1ShotGG. That's the term we're doing right now. We're in the second game of the semifinals here, second game of the 3rd placement game to figure out which team is going to get third place, which team is going to get fourth place, and then after a short break, we're going to move on to the finalists game, and that is something you do not want to miss. Varsity Ken taking a little bit of damage. There's that Solar Eclipse. Leona just going straight in. The ultimate from Oriana as well. The Shockwave says, we caught the most important member, Draven, who does the most damage of blue team. That's what counts, and we'll take Lulu with him. Why not? Red team pushing in here. Zabumafu with just amazing shockwaves. Now moving in, getting a little bit of extra damage on this tower. Don't think they'll be able to take it at the moment. However, they now have a minion wave to help them out. Damage onto Smooch Bear, looking for it. So Lulu close to a miracle is nice against Leona for the 2 ADs. However, they instantly got taken down. So people still going. Feed Arena, Please Arena is going to take first place. We'll see, Aniseth. We'll see, Aniseth. Red team grabbing up that turret and now pushing in for a potential finish. Grabbing up an inhibitor as well. They may have to back off from this one. The inhibitor is still up. They didn't get it down. The calling from Lucian doing a lot of damage to Leona and Rise. Kha'Zix trying to get in to finish off the inhibitor, but not close enough. Leona now coming in as well. That inhibitor is still hanging in there, though. So amazing. Grabbing up the kill on Leona. However, that Oriana finishing off Lee Sin as well. The mid lane tower's up as well. I thought that Rise was going to be able to push and get that. Draven coming back up from the dead. Varsity Ken doing a little bit of damage to Rise. Oh, Lola. So much more damage. And Tank says, I'll take that damage and return it right back to you. So without the damage dealers, that inhibitor going to go down finally. Kha'Zix trying to back off. Can Smooch Bear get there in time to finish him off? So amazing, trying to help out as well. Jax does get the kill on that one. Oriana just off to the side, continuing to harass a little bit. However, is going to look at backing now that they got that bottom inhibitor. So the base of blue team has been cracked open. And now it is going to be so hard for them to come back because they're going to have to leave somebody in the base to continue to deal with those minions. Oh, Lucian! He's got damage though. The Oriana ult too strong. Alright, so now the lesson is learned. Don't take a Lucian against an Oriana. She has more burst than you can deal with. So we're so squishy, I'm tired of playing Lulu. So one does not simply abandon Lulu. The coin would not abandon Lulu. So don't abandon Lulu. Play Gragas support. Gragas support's fun. You just ult them underneath their tower and they're like, oh, that hurt a lot. I'm sorry. So blue team now 10 kills, red team 18, about 10k gold, 11k gold in the lead. Baron is up, so they could go for it. There's a word there. Var said, hey, I got a sweeping lens myself. Let me go ahead and use that. I think he was like counting his keys there. He was like, 1, 4, 5. Oh, it's 4. Okay, let me use 4 to 4 to be able to see what the sweeping lens can do. Nice. I think Lee Sin tried to Dragon Rage kick Leona away. However, she just followed right back with the E. And that's snare from Var on the Lee Sin. Red team going to back off saying, we wanted vision in your jungle. We got the vision that we wanted. And now we're going to go towards Baron. However, blue team isn't giving up just yet. Smooch Bear coming in here. Can he get the stun? Amyx Angel taking so much damage. There's the ult from Oriana. However, that shockwave is down now. So Lucian, one of the main damage dealers, is up as well as Draven. Draven, though, going to flash to try to keep himself alive. Nice dodge on that E from Leona. She's going to jump in instead on the Lucian. So much damage. Kha'Zix picking up that kill. Draven in the back line, though. Can he deal with the damage? Smooch Bear flashing to keep himself alive as well as Ashton Malphite. Are they going to jump in? Kha'Zix going in hard. Smooch Bear is still alive, using the ultimate to keep himself up for the moment. Ashton Malphite now dashing to a minion to keep himself alive, jumping out of that Oriana damage as Draven towards the mid lane is just going to back off. So red team didn't get Baron. Rise actually teleporting straight in. He's going to clear one tower with the help of super minions. Draven just cannot deal with his damage. Too strong. As well as Rise, so tanky, didn't even care about any damage. I think Draven was more focused on the minions. However, blue team, it's over for them at the moment. We'll see if they can pick up any more kills. But Oriana with the shutdown on Jax. And now a little bit of extra damage to the rest of the team. Second Nexus tower has gone down. Just looking at picking up some kills off of the fountain. Oriana grabbing up 1 kill. And now the rest of the team. Oh, they're going to jump in. Kha'Zix leaping onto the fountain as Leona and the super minions finish it off for Game 2. Samsung Black taking victory and finishing it off 3rd place at the end of the game. Congratulations, everyone. That was what the viewers and myself did pick for the winner. So congratulations, we did get that correct win. Draven turned an AP at the last second. He was like, I'm already dead. I may as well switch over to just buy as much AP as I can. See what happens. Yes. I don't see why not. All right, MVPs really fast before we go into our finalists game. For the losing team, I'm going to give it over to... I'm going to give it to Smooch Bear on the Jax. Didn't play that bad of a game. Played all right. Built a Trinity Force, which isn't necessarily what you want to build on a losing side of things, but still did well. 4-2-2. Lived through a lot of situations you didn't think that he would live through. And while had to struggle through the entire game, everyone had to struggle through that in game. So congratulations to Smooch Bear. Just really hanging in there. Got a good bit of kills. Had least deaths on the team. So just trying to play a solid game and did exactly that. So for the winning team, oh my gosh, we should just give Zabumafu and Lohala the MVP every time. But no, I think I'm going to give it over to, in this particular game, it's so hard to say. I've already given MVP over to Zabumafu and Lohala a bunch of times, so I kind of want to give it to Randy797 for just playing a amazing Kha'Zix. Every time he comes in with a solid Kha'Zix. So it's more of a shout-out, I guess, to Randy797 for... he's played Kha'Zix the past, like, 4 games so far, and just does a solid game every single time. So great plays there, 4, 1, and 7. So more of a shout-out than necessarily MVP. But we will be right back. Everyone still won at RP, so a fantastic job. Draven trolled the last minute. Amy, there was very little that your team could have done to come back anyway. But I mean, the turnarounds are always possible.